Hello, my name's Michael Conneely, and this post is to tell you that my astrology readings always combine both Western astrology and Vedic astrology, and thus show your love issues most accurately. My astrology has the unique feature developed over 28 years that it always combines both Western astrology and Vedic astrology. As this post shows, this Western Vedic astrology is actually the combination that is truly needed for you to receive the fullness of understanding that your relationship issues so very much require and so very much deserve. Now, I do this by presenting a couple who Western astrology describes as identical and thus an ideal couple. But then we go on to see that that is incorrect, because Vedic astrology truthfully reveals and compellingly reveals that this couple could actually not be more different. In practice, you need both astrologies. And so if you look at the posts I'll be doing in the future, sometimes it stresses where the Western contribution is crucial to know, sometimes the Vedic. And this whole string of posts is in fact produced in coordination with our new Love Star Dating worldwide website for those seeking love and on a spiritual pathway. Okay, so let's now look at the case of this couple who Western astrology says are identical. And I quote, "The couple's moons are conjunct. Theirs is an ideal combination for close personal love. The positions of their moons make them an ideal couple." But now I go on to show from Vedic astrology using the sidereal zodiac that their moons are actually in totally different signs, at totally opposite ends of the zodiac, and that in truth the couple could not be more different. And the truth needs to be known in relationship. So let's first look in a bit more detail at what Western astrology says. The man's moon is at 23 degrees 4 minutes Aries. The woman's moon is at 24 degrees 39 minutes Aries. So this means that the man's moon is conjunct the woman's moon, orb 1 degree 34 minutes. The moon is one of the key personal planets in relationship astrology, utterly true. A positive combination of personal planets predicts well for intimate unions. This is an ideal combination for a close personal love relationship. When two people's moons are conjunct like this, there is the empathy and understanding which is required for intimacy. But the problem is that this Western astrology declaration is actually fundamentally inaccurate. This couple's moons are not in conjunction as Vedic astrology reveals using the sidereal zodiac. So let's now go on to see what Vedic astrology reveals, and that this Vedic analysis is actually the accurate description. Okay, first of all, let's look at the Vedic signs in which the couple's moons fall. Their moons are actually in completely different signs in the Vedic sidereal zodiac. The man's moon is at 29 degrees 56 minutes Pisces, the final sign of the zodiac. The woman's moon is at 1 degree 29 Aries, the first sign of the zodiac. So I'm now actually going to go into more detail about the Vedic presentation so you can see the wonders that Vedic astrology offers, although it must also have the wonders of Western astrology for the full and accurate, crucial sharing. The man. Okay, so here's a few facts from the vastness of Vedic astrology about the man's personality as created by his moon sign of Vedic Pisces. This guy's Pisces basic nature is therefore mystical, intuitive, inspiring, sympathetic, philosophical, contemplative, wants a romantic or heavenly life, is good at calming people down and making them feel comfortable, has unbounded generosity, wanting to serve especially the underdog. Pisceans are very attracted to concepts of enlightenment and liberation. But negatively, there's complacency. This person feels a victim at the mercy of life, rather than in the driver's seat. Negatively, this guy will be too porous, self-doubting and subservient, dependent, gullible, and unworldly about finances. Though positively, this Pisces moon man's positive features are he feels deeply and intuitively, he's spiritual and humanitarian, empathetic, nice, unpretentious, loving, idealistic and romantic. Okay, let's look at what is accurately described for the woman's personality and love scripts using her Vedic astrology sign of moon in Aries. She will be self-assertive, full of initiative, pioneering, courageous, enterprising, ambitious, with enthusiasm for life. Positively, she's spontaneous, fun-loving, decisive and impulsive. But unfavourably, she's adversarial, aggressive, me first, I want it now. Tactless, selfish, impatient, uncooperative, blah, blah, blah. She jumps in recklessly, gullible, is poor at finishing things, has bursts of anger. Aries females tend to be masculine and aggressive, but they often seek out more docile men whom they can control. So that's such a useful statement for the couple. It's accurate. Whereas the Western astrology statement, you both have moons in Aries, was false. Okay, it's not just the signs. Vedic astrology also has Nakshatras, the supremely wonderful 27-sign lunar zodiac of Vedic astrology. And their moons, of course, fall in different nakshatras. And nakshatras really are a wonderful key for knowing the personality of a person and knowing the relationship issues of a person. So the man has moon in Revati nakshatra, the 27th and final nakshatra. And basically Revatis are mystics with a belief in the goodness of humanity. It all depends on their level of consciousness and whether they can find the energy, will and potential for growth, though. At higher levels of consciousness, they will be compassionate, forgiving, devoted to good. They'll often live by water. But negatively, they're codependent with problems about boundaries and psychic protection. So they need quite a measure of seclusion to protect themselves from the harsh realities of this world. Revatis are meant for worlds greater and more special and more beautiful than this world. Okay, that's the man with his moon in Revati nakshatra. What about the woman with her moon in Ashwini nakshatra, the first of the 27 lunar signs or nakshatras. So Ashwinis are pioneers, innovators, explorers, heroic, courageous, restless and impatient. They try to perform healing miracles, but they can be inconsiderate and irresponsible. They have a danger of rushing into relationships that could destroy them, and to which their family may be opposed, and they can only be lucky to escape such a relationship later. They're prone to injuries from rushing about, especially to their ankles, and they can be childish or irresponsible. So we've looked at the signs, so different. We've looked at the nakshatras, so different. The last thing to know about is the Gandanta zone. Now, the Gandanta zones are 3 crucial to know zones in Vedic astrology where water signs give way to fire signs. So Pisces to Aries is a Gandanta zone. And indeed, it was reading about the meaning of Gandanta zones that first converted me to saying I must learn Vedic astrology over 28 years ago, because Western astrology knows nothing of the Gandanta zones. And basically, both the man and the woman have their moon in the Pisces Aries Gandanta zone. But at the very end of Pisces, the guy is orientated to the final dissolution of the worldly, the end of water opening to the void and the God realm. But the woman's moon, at the end of the Aries half of the Gandanta, is springing up out of the void, the first flicker of fire coming up out of nothing, creating impatience, insecurity and rush. So I hope you see that Vedic astrology provides wonders of information about your relationship. Other posts will reveal you also need Western astrology, so get in touch with me for a reading, a general reading, not necessarily a relationship reading, but I'm so glad to do relationship reading if that's your need now, your predictive year ahead, your life purpose, things like that. So you can go to my Star Wheel Astrology buy page to buy a reading, or if it's more relationship orientated, go to our Love Star Dating website. Now, my wife Maggie Pashley offers a huge range of healing modalities worldwide. Her website's www.maggiepashley.com. Do subscribe to my astrology blogs. Do subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you want the charts for any particular month, go to the monthly astrology charts on my Star Wheel Astrology website. I do have a wonderful series of videos and blogs all about the Nakshatras, and the address of those is in the blog post accompanying this video. And I have a growing volume of wonderful videos and blogs about relationship astrology and understanding our love scripts. And they're listed on a page in the Love Star Dating website. Do see the testimonials to my work, which are shown in both Star Wheel Astrology and Love Star Dating. So I hope to be of help and decisive impact for your success and happiness in your life and in matters of relationship. Thank you.